Good day, Magic Makers. I have a really fun story and experiment that I'm announcing today. And so let's dive into it. The inspiration for this whole thing started a few weeks ago. My son Soren, who turns 9 on June 20th, has been whittling and sanding and magicifying wooden swords, magical daggers, and wands that he started selling at our local market where I play and sell chi balls. And instead of slapping on a standard price tag, $5, $10, $20 for these products that he's made, I encourage him to try something just a little more unorthodox and creative and exciting, and in good old-fashioned Morris style here. And so I got him to, him and his buddy Ethan, I gave them the idea, and they created a wooden sign that was had burnt old style letters that said buy, barter, trade. So people could essentially make an offer, cash, goods, whatever felt like a fair exchange. And then he's done 2 weeks now. And 2 weeks ago, he made $25. 8-year-old making $25, making some cool things that people want is pretty awesome. Last week, he earned $11, but he also earned a dozen donuts that he shared with his buddies. And he was pretty stoked. So his motivation, why start this enterprise, is he wanted to start buying cool stuff, and Ma and Pa weren't forking over the cash for him. So instead, we helped him turn his passion for LARPing into a business. And watching him step into creative entrepreneurship, bartering, negotiating, becoming a young maker, it's lit something up in me. And it reminded me, this lesson of him is when we don't have enough, we need to ask, how can I make this happen if we really want it? And that question leads to some wild creative answers and opportunities for you to be empowered in yourself to go get what you want in life. And so the same question that's helped me carve out a life of never been done before partnerships, licensing deals, revenue shares, sold out courses, a fair pay publishing model at Magic Kids, and basically building my businesses without needing to be on social media. Those questions have also led me to this brand new experiment that I'm running in the month of June. And the experiment today is called Buy, Barter, or Trade. Now, I have goods and services on offer. I have courses and trainings. I have my coaching packages. I have templates. I have my $2 million launch revenue package or template. I've got a template that has over 100 different meditation apps that we've researched. I've got a lot of stuff. And maybe some of these things you've wanted, but maybe you haven't been able to afford. And these packages, they're not fluff. They're transformational. They're proven. They work again and again and again for the people that use them. And so if you're on the cusp of something new, if you're ready to grow, to simplify, to scale, or finally launch that project, one of these offerings might be exactly what it is that you need to level up your income, your creative spark, or to build that momentum that you're searching for in your business. And so instead of defaulting to, I can't afford it, try this instead. And this doesn't just go for my stuff. It goes for everybody's stuff that you're interested in. Here's what I can offer. Say it with me. Here's what I can offer. It's a more empowering approach than telling yourself that you're broke or that you can't afford something. So money, great. Barter, let's hear what you got. Trade, I'm open. Maybe you want to pitch some form of unadvertised payment plan that fits your budget right now for something that I have. Maybe it's giving me extra air miles, a week at your vacation home. Maybe it's some form of generous revenue share deal if I contribute to what it is that you're doing. Maybe you want to give me your second car because you're not using it. Not kidding. That is up for barter. Maybe it's something else awesome and valuable. Body work for my wife and I. There's so many things that we have as humans to barter and trade for the goods and services we want in this world. And so I just want to invite an invitation here to reawaken the art of creative exchange. Let's remember, there's more than one currency available. A real world example right here, Magic Kids. So we're currently in phase 3 conversations with a major aligned company about acquiring a significant stake in Magic Kids. They've seen our financials, they've read the business plan, and last Friday I sent them a 12-page dreaming in document outlining everything that could possibly happen if we join forces and some different opportunities on what the strategic partnership could look like based on reflections from our conversations that we've had. And initially I included the numbers, the company evaluation, all those things. And my mentors were like, these are people who have bought and sold companies, and they said to me, let them make the first offer. Take out the numbers. Don't show them that stuff. Let them offer you based on what they think the evaluation is. And I was like, well, why? And the mentors with wisdom were like, well, they might offer you way more than you were expecting. Or you might put a price tag on the evaluation, which kills the conversation before it even begins. So that's what we're doing here. We're standing in our worth, and we're staying open to creative, aligned, unexpected offers. Bigger blessings than just the name of the price tag on the course or the coaching package than we could imagine. And so the buy, barter, trade experiment, I feel like this is something worthwhile. And why I'm posting this today, why I'm sharing this with you is because I had an inspiring conversation at the dock the other day with my buddy Ison. Shout out to Ison. And it was just like the state of the world. There's so much uncertainty. There's so many people struggling. And when we're in that place, we're just contracting, and we want to get into the expansive space. You know, these are wild economic times. And I've spoken to a lot of coaches and a lot of creators and entrepreneurs this year who've said, like, people aren't spending as much. My numbers are down from last year, traditional years, and I'm just not sure what to do. So when scarcity is thick, we can freeze, we can shrink, we can clam up, we can panic, or we can get creative. We can experiment, we can play, we can adapt. And this is that. This is experimentation. It is play in motion. It is adaptation. It is trying to build community. And this is a return to the way business was done for thousands of years and is still done in a lot of cultures around the world. It's based on trust, relationship, and finding that mutual value sweet spot. And so I've personally, over the years, I've traded coaching and products and services for vegetables, for B&B stays, for flights, for eggs, for bodywork, for art. And, you know, that is just what we do when we get creative. We find that equal exchange. So I'm hoping that through this post, through this video or podcast episode, or if you're reading this on my Substack and Making Magic, that we can normalize the buy, barter, trade opportunity. If this works, if the experiment goes well, if enough people make aligned, generous, creative offers, then I'll take it to the next level. I'll add a barter or trade button right on my shopping carts for the products that I want to have a buy, barter, trade option to. You can click it, you'll land on a simple form, pitch your offer. If I say yes, you'll get an invoice or a simple contract. If it's a no, no harm done. It's like, no, not really interested in that, but thanks. You can still buy it. And either way, it's an open invitation. It's inviting creativity. It's inviting a deeper connection. This actually piggybacks an idea I had many, many years ago for a platform that I called Tradezees. And it was going to be like a new kind of bank account, one where you could list the things you want and the things you have to offer. And when two people's offers matched up, bam, a trade could be complete. No money required, just trust, value, creativity, and a fair exchange that everybody agrees is a fair exchange. Like, could you imagine if that's how things worked here? And here's the truth. Most of what we truly want and need in life, it doesn't need to have money exchanged. It needs creativity, curiosity, courage, and community. That's how a village does it. And personally, I'm most interested in building a business and business relationships that feel more village-like. I live on a small island. I want to be connected to my people. So, little full circle, back to Soren's barter lessons. When I asked him after the second day of working at the market, I said, okay, you've done a couple weeks. What are some of the things you're learning about negotiating and doing trades and bartering with the people for your goods and services? And he's like, I like when people make me offers. I feel like I'm in charge of what it's worth. I can say yes or I can say no. And that's the lesson. We get to co-create value together. And so if something I offer is calling you, coaching, community, courses, a personal retreat, don't wait for the perfect moment or a big payday. Make me an offer today. I'm open. That's why I'm doing this. Let's trade, let's barter, let's play. Let's build a creative, village-based economy, one wild barter at a time. Don't tell me what you can't do. I want to hear what you can do. This is much more empowering way to be doing business and becoming the rising tide that lifts all boats in this wild and chaotic world right now. My hope is that this inspires you, and if it does, let's make it a movement. Send a similar message to your community. Invite your people to make creative offers. Let them know you're open to new ways of working together. And if you'd like, link them back to this original post on my Substack. Let's see if we can spark a movement, a collective reimagining of what it means to do business in a more human, joyful, village-minded way. That sound fun? Good. Let's go. Oh, and one last thing, a little bit of fine print. The one thing that is not in the books for negotiations is the craft into your signature workshop training that I'm offering. That's co-led by my partner for the training, Tad Hargrave from Marketing for Hippies, and it has its own agreement between the two of us, so I just won't be bartering with that one. But everything else is open season and fair game, so make me an offer or just buy it if you want it and you can. Hope this is inspiring. Hope it's helpful. Hope it's getting you to think more creatively in what you're doing. Hard times cause for creative solutions, and we need to stay in our most expansive state, not the contraction, but the expansion. And gratitude, our practices, bartering, trading, building deeper, more impactful relationships. That's what I'm stepping into. You want to step in with me? Let's do this thing. I believe in you. I believe in we. And I believe that we're all the ones that need to be here doing the work that we're here to do. So let's do it. And if I got something that's going to help you get there quicker, better, faster, more professionally, then I am happy to be of service. And make me an offer today. Let's buy, barter, trade our ways to the better world that we all are here to co-create together.